Hey, I'm Pippa Canavan and we're here at my bar, Bar Love. And today we're going to be making a little martini with Elite vodka to celebrate World Martini Month. Now I really like Elite because it's such a soft and smooth and easy to work with vodka. It sort of gives you such a nice base to go off. There's not really anything that's interfering with what you want to do, so you can really make whatever you want from it, which is really good. So I'm a huge dirty martini fan. I really like playing around with flavours. If you look at the menu here at Bar Love, we have pickled stuff in like half of the cocktails. So I knew I had to do something with pickles today. So I thought I'd recreate for you a drink that I actually made for Elite Martini Masters. I think it was back in 2019. Which I recently trialled just to test the other day, and thank goodness it still tastes all right. So it was a little bit risky when you made something 5 years ago and you're like, oh, is it still going to be? It was all right. So what I did with this guy, a little pre-iced glass just here. I wanted to create a cocktail that had kind of like elements of the brine in there, so it's a little bit salty, a bit savoury, a bit naughty, but also wanted to bring in some freshness. So I used some nice fresh fennel and some dill as well. So I pickled those together using a bit of apple cider vinegar. I used some mustard seed, some coriander seed, and a little bit of peppercorn as well in there. Stewed it down a few days with some white sugar. And then I also took some white vermouth, like a really nice dry, crisp white vermouth, which I also infused with fennel and dill. So I did 10 mils of my brine, we've got 20 mils of the fennel and dill vermouth in there, and we're going to do a nice healthy pour, nice 50 ml of the Elite. And it's really, really important when you're making your martinis to make sure you've got a super duper cold glass. So I've got this guy's both been in the freezer and I'm keeping it on ice while I'm stirring as well. I think probably the most important element of making a martini is to make sure you actually get your dilution right, because you want to still be able to taste everything for it to be present, but so you don't want any of those harsh notes coming through. You give this guy a good long stir. I also find with dirty martinis, especially if you're using a brine that's already got a little bit of water in it, you don't need as much dilution as you would if you were making a classic martini. Anyone that says, you know, you've got to stir it for exactly this many seconds or 100 turns of the glass is full of shit. It's all dependent on the temperature, the quality of your ice. Oh, not too bad, another couple of ones, I reckon that'll work. So for the garnish for this guy, I actually used some of the fennel that I pickled in the brine. Just cut it into some nice little squares so that we're sort of using all of the parts of the vegetable, because we love to be sustainable, and Elite is known to be a very sustainable brand. All right, we'll try that. I reckon that'll probably do the job. Now, don't come at me for using a Hawthorn strainer. It's easier than a julep. It fits in the thing nicer. I don't want to hear it. There we go there. And I've just got a little reusable stainless steel pick with some pickled fennel on there. And that one there is the Pickled Boy Martini.